and gentlemen, welcome to Incompetent Unboxings. Today, we are looking at Akiba Strip, Hellbound and Debriefed 10th Anniversary Edition. Yes, this is the 10th anniversary of Akiba Strip, originally released on the PSP. So I never actually played that game. I jumped in at Akiba Strip, Undead and Undressed, I think was the name of it. Undead and Undressed? That can't be right. That is indeed correct. Undead and Undressed, which I played on PS4. I did later also play Akiba's Beat. The less said about that one, the better. I was not a fan. Maybe some of you guys liked it. I don't know. Was not for me. But without further ado, let's... And there we have it in all of its glory. I gotta say, I really like the art used on the cover here. It doesn't look all that sharp though. It looks maybe a tiny bit low res, but this is actually very similar to the Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash No Shirt, No Shoes All Service Edition. Same with Kandegawa Jet Girls. I guess maybe this is just how XC does these day one editions. They kind of have the same form factor for all of them, which is nice. Fits on the shelf well. But let's get back to the stripping. So quick look at the side there, same thing that we have on the other side, and of course across the front. Bottom just continues the same artwork we see here on the sides. And on the back, vampires have infiltrated the streets of Akihabara, and stripping them of their protection from the sun is the only way to defeat them. Tear into the original entry of a cult classic series resurrected with all new HD graphics. I hope they didn't resurrect it with all new HD gameplay, because I'm really looking forward to the jank. Explore the streets of Tokyo's famous electric town. Expose your enemies to defeat them. Take part in a clash between the otaku and the occult. Use anything from collectibles to cosplay props as a weapon. And that was one thing I really loved about the other one. You can wield a giant gumball machine or a giant spit of meat as your weapon, and it was just awesome. So let's see. Akiba's Trip, Hellbound and Debriefed 10th Anniversary Edition includes Akiba's Trip, Hellbound and Debriefed game. I would certainly hope so. Full color 96-page art book. That is a hell of a pack-in for just a simple sort of day one edition. 2-disc CD soundtrack. Also, one hell of a pack-in for a little day one edition like this. And I gotta say, just so you guys know, this was not a full-priced game. In Canada, I think it was $59.99, which the standard price for games here is $79.99, unless it's a PS5 game, in which case $89.99. So $59.99 for a full game, a 96-page art book, and 2-disc CD soundtrack is a hell of a value, if the game's any good, which I'll be finding out later. So, let's... Whoa! So this here, that's gotta be the art book. We got the game, of course, and there's the 2-disc soundtrack. We'll start with the soundtrack first, as they usually have the least to show. Moving on now, let's take a look at that Akiba Strip HD original soundtrack. Again, nice choice with the art. I like the color. I like that they actually used the musical scores here. Turning to the back, we have our track lists, and let's see, 38 tracks on disc 1. This looks like just the main OST, the main music tracks. Disc 2 are vocal tracks, and we got 9 of them. It's actually quite a bit for kind of a little niche game like this. So all in, that is what, 47 tracks? That's just a value, man. That's just an amazing value. Again, we got the characters from the front. Real just mishmash of, I guess what Akihabara would look like if it was collapsing in on itself. Let's see if there's anything behind the CDs. Alright, so not much more for the artwork back there. It's probably a little hard to see, very dark. You can kind of just see like some characters here, a few symbols, more musical score. Somebody that kind of looks like Miku here, I guess probably performing on stage. Maybe I'll find more out about that when I play the game, but that is the soundtrack. Moving on now, let's take a look at that art book. 10 years of Akiba memories. The exclusive art book. So I guess the only way to get it is with this little special edition. Quick little look at the back there. So, I seen something I'm not sure YouTube's gonna let me show. Yeah. Well, I mean, there it is. If the video gets demonetized, it gets demonetized. We all know what this game's about, so let's check this out here. Introduction, Hellbound and Debriefed, Akiba map, 10 years of Akiba memories, comments, characters, bonus artwork. An introduction, 74 pages in. That's for Undead and Undressed. So this actually has artwork from both of the Akiba's Trip games. Doesn't look like it has anything from Akiba's Beat. I guess because that's like a side series, right? Another series within the overarching franchise. So we'll take a quick little look through here. There's the map that they had mentioned. Pretty detailed. I'm not gonna read all of this here on camera, guys. That's a lot of reading. There's the artwork from the case again. Again, it's not a very sharp looking image. I guess that's actually just the art style, so I can't really complain that the box is like a low print quality or anything. It's not. That's just the art style they went with. Oh, even more reading. Lots more reading. Got some character splashes. I assume these are like event CGs. Little comic panels. I really like that one. I like the posing. There's a lot of action in this shot. Even more action in that one. Yeah, overall, this looks like a pretty good art book. And I'd like to thumb through it more when I have time, like after I beat the game, preferably. Just, you know, because these art books often include spoilers of some sort, so I'll have to look more into that later. Yeah, and then we got some stuff from Akiba's Strip, Undead and Undressed here towards the back. Yeah, I definitely remember that CG. Yeah, so that is a 95-page art book. There is a few pages, obviously, that are not art, quite a bit of reading in there, but I definitely look forward to the reading too. And let's check what's in the case. It feels like there might be a manual. There might be. I've been duped before. I've guessed wrong, but let's find out. Okay. Akiba's Trip. Was the last one really rated M2? Holy crap, it was. Anyway, Akiba's Trip M. For blood, sexual themes, strong language, violence. You know what? In this day and age, I'm surprised Sony even allowed it to come out. The same stuff that we've seen on the back of the main box is what we see here, so nothing new. Moment of truth. There's something. It's a thing. It is actually a manual. We actually have a manual. I was so worried when I first seen it. I'm like, oh no, it's just gonna be a piece of paper. Ladies and gentlemen. A manual. This is organized like it's some sort of like tourism brochure for Akihabara. I like the idea. It's a fun gimmick. So there's that same map that we've seen in the art book. Okay, we got some real pictures. Akihabara Station Front 2021. And here it is, I guess supposedly the same place in the game in 2011. Main Street 2021, Main Street 2011. You can actually see, yeah, they got this building here and that building there. At least there's the same shape. They're same technical area. Clearly a lot has changed in 10 years. The back streets 2021 and 2011. I don't think they have quite the budget to make the back streets look as detailed as real life Akihabara. But you know, they do their best. They do their best. I'm not playing these things for a AAA experience. Oh, the Freedom Fighters base. Okay, we got a central hub just like we did in the other one. Sister's room. We'll see how much time we spend in there. How much time is mandatory. I do not want to see a washing machine anywhere near her. Or her anywhere near a washing machine. I know where that goes. Anyway, that is the manual. I'm pretty impressed with it. I like the gimmick that they went with. I like the real life shots of Akihabara. Juxtapose the shots from the game. Now the disc, it's a fun little idea. It's a fun little idea, I guess. Kind of reminds me of the Bloodborne one, or actually perhaps more accurately Oni Chambara Z2 Chaos, but you know, not quite as joke worthy. So I have noticed here in the case, we have some reversible art. So I'm not sure if there's a story to this Akiba Strip plus artwork on the back, if it was used for something else or not. As I said, I've never actually played this game. I've only ever played the sequel and then the spin-off Akiba's Beat. But yeah, some reversible art there for those who want it. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Akiba Strip, Hellbound and Debriefed 10th Anniversary Edition. I gotta say, this is a fantastic value, and another great showing for these kinds of box sets from Xseed. Once again, very impressed. Hopefully, I can be as impressed with the game. The other Akiba Strip was like a 6 out of 10 kind of game, but it was the 6 out of 10 kind of game you really just enjoy and remember for a long time. Yeah, it doesn't do everything right, kind of trips up in a few places, but it's a lot of fun to just go along with its wackiness. I'm hoping I get the same sort of thing out of this game. But that's it for today. If you guys like this episode of Incompetent Unboxings, I have a whole playlist of them. Most of them are probably a bit more zany than this one. I'll be honest, I was not expecting a special box set like this, so I had nothing prepared for this, looking at it all for the first time. But yeah, check out that playlist if you guys want to see more. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and as always, folks, thanks for watching.